them find jobs that are meaningful to them. We help at NDSS, we will help with training, we will help with creating opportunities through our strategic partners from Main Street to Wall Street. And we will also provide training, what we'd like to call at NDSS customized employment. So what we do is provide the guide and the pathway to the employer and to the employee. Perfect. Thank you, Helen. In addition to that, we will help the employee find meaningful employment through our job portals. And so what we do is we create the jobs, we distribute the jobs through our social media outlets, and allow these employees the opportunity to have an interview with us, and as well as have an interview with the employer. The question we get a lot from employers is, how do I interview a person with Down syndrome? It's the same way you interview anybody else. It's the same pathway through HR. It's the same background checks through any company. It's the same process. And so it really has become a norm for us to get a lot of emails and calls and saying, I want to hire somebody with Down syndrome. And this really brings me to the second and third pillar of our program. It was our legislative campaign, End Loss Syndrome. And so this is our big ask that we do on Capitol Hill. This is what we're working so for, to have equal rights for all of our individuals. A huge part of our success with all of this is our employer partnerships. We work a lot with major corporations as well as small Main Street businesses. What we do here is provide them support, and they provide us, our sponsors, to create opportunities within their organization, as well as to create opportunities for employment within their organizations. My dear friend Heather Lavalley is here from Voya today, and Voya has been influential within their own culture to create opportunities for individuals with intellectual disabilities, as well as create opportunities at the National Down Syndrome Society. We'll have a little bit of video later in the program, but back in the fall, we launched our C21, which was a pop-up restaurant in Washington, D.C. with over 250 guests. Everything from the hostess stand, the servers, the wait staff were all self-advocates. Not a crumb was dropped, not a plate was shattered. Everything went beautifully. Blake was a server that night, and thanks to Voya, we are able to now take our C21 dinners on the road. So we will be having 3 different events this year here in the United States. And we're very, very excited to kind of spread that word that individuals with Down syndrome are ready, willing, and able to work.